because I've been thinking about this lately. A lot of times on my bike, right, when I'm all alone and it's me talking to whoever I'm talking to. I just wonder if, because I always think when I walk into too many churches, it's a bunch of gray-haired people. But I wonder if only if young people have kept God alive, because they're so innocent in their ideas of it that you at age 20 were writing about it in such a grandiose way of like, this is the most awesome, beautiful thing ever. And as we mature, we sort of have logic move into our world, and if not science. And I just wondered, is that a goofy thing to say? Because I don't even know why I'm thinking it or even why I'm saying, other than just something sparked me just a second ago. I'm like going,
yeah, I mean, as an observation of kind of church culture, and I'm probably not really the guy to say much about it because my view is pretty limited these days. But I would say that there's this kind of move towards more of a liturgical setting, or churches that are more that put a much higher value on the mystery of who God is versus kind of the moral implications of a subculture. I tend to think that for a long time the church was, kids kind of got involved in the church because it gave them something to rally around. And that was usually things like morality. Well, we're the kids who don't go to parties. We're the kids who pray in school. We're the kids that, it was a thing to rally around, which, that's not a bad thing. But there's an end to that kind of thinking, that it turns into judgment really fast. And it turns into kind of this exclusive thing really fast. And I don't see that culture is really allowed to keep moving these days. It seems like it's fading away because people are seeing that, it's not, I can't alienate myself from my friends because they drink or they smoke, because we're all flawed. We're all broken and failed, and we all do things, and we all are selfish and all this. And so the way that the church is surviving now, I think, is that it's becoming more human. And it's also becoming more engrossed in this idea of God who is bigger than he ever was, and more mysterious, and more capable of working in ways we don't understand. So the bigger God gets, and the less kind of nitpicky we are about the morality issues, I think that's sort of what's keeping things moving along. That's just my take on it.
And I just wonder if we're maturing and we're just not in that 15 and 19 and 22-year-old world anymore, right? Because maybe it's still there, and we're just like, we
what? Just don't see it.
We don't connect it. We don't connect to it anymore.
Yeah. Well, and how many parents are like, I want to get my kids into youth groups so they don't go to parties and drink.
Right. Yeah.
The motivations are there because I don't want my kids to make bad mistakes.
Right.
And this is one way to kind of get them to not make as many bad mistakes.
Get them out of the house and have a 22-year-old youth director lead them.
Yeah, exactly. So